People, hello, how are we? Hopefully, we're all doing well. I'm Tom. Let's talk about Zhang versus Deontay Wilder. That's going to be the headlining event, the main event for this 5 versus 5 card this coming weekend. And if we're honest, the winner of that fight probably goes on to fight Anthony Joshua. It'll be them, the winner of the co-main, Dubois versus Hrgovic, but only if they get a belt, or Joseph Parker. At least that's what I believe. Now, Usyk's obviously filed to an appeal to try and get IBF kept. So I don't think the Dubois versus Hrgovic fight is going to be for a belt. I said this before the fight. I've said this since the fight. I don't think it's going to be for a belt. And because of that, I don't think AJ is going to fight Hrgovic or Dubois. They don't bring enough, I don't think. So you're looking at Wilder. I don't think he'll fight Zhang either. Basically, I think he's going to fight Wilder if Wilder beats Zhang. If he doesn't, he'll fight Parker. At least that's what I believe. So looking at this fight, we've got two people coming off the back of a loss to the same opponent, Joseph Parker. And it was both of them quite convincing losses to Joseph Parker. Wilder ended up getting pretty heavily outboxed, and Zhang did too, although Zhang did land a couple of knockdowns against Parker, but it proved to not be enough. Now, there's no shame in that. Parker's a very, very good boxer, and losing to top opposition is fair enough. It happens, doesn't it? So you can't really argue with that. But it shows that perhaps they're not at that top table. So I think the winner of this will be hoping to get a seat back at that top table. At least that's what I'd imagine. And the outcome, like I say, the outcome of that Anthony Joshua fight certainly is a seat at that top table. And if you beat Anthony Joshua, well then, you know, you're really sitting there. So you've got to look at the fights. And there's an old saying in boxing, styles make fights. And it does ring true. A lot of the times, if this person beats that person, and then that person beats that person, this person will also be that person. A lot of times that is the case, but triangle theory isn't always true. And just because they both lost to Parker doesn't mean that, you know, Wilder won't walk in there and knock Zhang out in one round. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it is quite a close fight. I think you've got to have Zhang the favourite. I think going into this, it really does make sense to have Zhang the favourite for this fight. Sorry, there might be a lot of people walking around. I live in Gloucestershire. The cheese rollers is going on. If that is, give it a quick Google. Speed's up there. Went up there and saw Speed. Fucking mad, mate. I show Speed just chilling around in Gloucester. But yeah, like I say, I think you got to look at it and go, Zhang surely is the favourite because he looked better against Parker than Wilder did. And Zhang lost to Parker, yeah, but he didn't lose because he didn't have the heart. He didn't lose because he didn't try. It was just Parker was better, whereas Wilder almost lost because he just didn't, there was no fight left in him. So going into this fight, I think that's, you know, Zhang's the favourite. I think rightly so. I think initially I can't remember who I initially picked. I might have picked Wilder initially. And I think Zhang now. I think just looking at this, if Wilder's anything like he was, Zhang's got to be the favourite. And I think Zhang wins. But there's just something about Wilder. And I picked Parker to beat Wilder. I knew he would. I said, I just don't see it happening. I think Parker's got this. But there's just in this fight something about Wilder. Everyone says, oh, Zhang's quite quick. Well, quite fast hands, which he does have. Zhang's got quite fast hands, I'll admit that. But there's something about Wilder in this where I just think Zhang doesn't put pressure on you. Zhang won't walk you down. He stands there. You can't push him back, but he won't walk you down. It's like, it's not aggressive, but it's not back foot. It's somewhere in the middle. He'll just stand there. He's not moving. He's not going to walk you down. He's not going to walk backwards. He'll just stand there and trade with you. And because he's got such poor stamina, that's the way he fights. And just something about that, I just think Wilder's going to be tearing off on him. Like, he just will be. And like, even now, as I'm making this video, I'm almost talking myself into believing Wilder going to win and picking Wilder. I just think Wilder couldn't land on Parker because Parker was too quick, too small, in and out, too good a boxer. Zhang's none of those things, and he's got an awful gas tank that will gas out in 6 rounds. And Wilder's just going to be picking him off. And I just think, surely Wilder gets him out of there. Do you know what I mean? But looking at that, Wilder's not exactly an aggressive fighter either, and he can't be at that weight class because he's not heavy enough. But you let me know your thoughts, people, in the comment section down below. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. People, you know how YouTube works. Peace.